Too funny.
Hey, Ricky, who goes to Hawaii and doesn't play golf?
Me. I go to Hawaii and don't play golf. I go to Hawaii to go scuba diving, rock climbing. That's about all I do there. Scuba diving, more than anything.
Who goes to Vegas and doesn't play golf?
Well, me. I go to Vegas to go. Well, yeah, I did. I just got back from Vegas and I didn't play golf. I went for the nightclubs and the dancing. Hey, stop.
It sounds like a trip to Hawaii that a woman controls.
Well, we'll stop there. This is a family-friendly show, and I don't want to take it to that level. I am pumped. We are back. Last week we had some technical difficulties. I think it's because Les was gone, actually, because Les wasn't here. We had some technical difficulties. Connie delivered, though. He stood up. Oh, yeah, Jason, by the way, you weren't there either. Oh, what were you doing?
I'm trying to be. I just got there a day late and $1 short.
Yeah, you were definitely. You were like an hour after it's over. You text me. You're like, "Hey, ready to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, an hour ago." No worries.
Hey, that's the first time I've played golf myself in like a year.
We are going to reschedule with Jason. We've got to reschedule with Rich, too, from the Legacy. I'm playing golf with him on Sunday, so maybe we can just do it like a Sunday, Friday foursome. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not focused on them right now. I'm focused on today's guest. I am super pumped. And, Jason, what shirt are you wearing? You were supposed to be standing up for this. Yeah, back nine. I'm having a good hair day, or I'd wear my back nine hat. Les has got his on. But this, as always, is presented by the Back Nine Network, and you do wear that shirt well, Jason. I
love this shirt. I don't know what you're complaining about. You and this girly collar thing. This is one of my favorite shirts now to wear.
You should just wear it like all the time, and like just put bumper stickers on it and stuff, and like make it like your walking advertisement. But today's guest, okay, so before we tested it earlier this week, I still haven't met this guy, but I've known him for like 5 years. We talk on Twitter all the time, and I am just so excited to have him here, but I'm not going to talk about him just yet. I'm going to introduce Les Bailey from Pro Golf Now, Jason Boslow from Shop Junior Golf, but now let's get to Dan Attaway. I could talk about him. I could just have him sit there behind this logo for the next hour and just talk about him, but I'm going to let him introduce himself. So, Dan, welcome to the Friday Foursome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. I've seen a couple of these. I've been on one. I got kicked off one time a couple weeks ago, but it's an honor. It's kind of cool to be here at work, and this is a different facet of golf that's getting pretty popular. But again, my name is Dan Attaway. I work at Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm a golf professional here. I've done this for the past 5 years. Before that, I was a general manager at a golf course in Southern Illinois, and got out of it to actually have more time to play golf, because when you work at a golf course, sometimes it's very, very difficult to play golf, even a country club when you're in charge of the grounds and everything. But this is like a vacation working here, and Dick's Sporting Goods wants specialized people in their locations. If it's lodge, if it's baseball, if it's even fitness and footwear, they want experts in their area, and they employ golf professionals. And there's over 500 of us that work at Dick's Sporting Goods across the country. And we're here for a reason, and that's to help. And as they say anymore, golf goes through Pittsburgh anymore, because we're all over the Golf Channel. We sponsor about everything, and we have these extreme huge accounts, all these companies like Callaway and TaylorMade, that it'd be tough to be a golf course shop owner in the world out there trying to compete with the store that I work at here. But yeah, and I've just taken it to the social media level. I can thank Dr. Ricky, because he gave a speech in Chicago, Illinois at the Illinois PGA section in March of 2010, I believe.
How long ago was that? Well, I remember
that. He gave a speech that day and about Twitter and enhancing your social media, and that's where I kind of had started Twitter about 3 months prior to that, but didn't really get involved in it. And after that presentation that day, that's what got me more involved in the social media aspect from every angle that's out there. But and then I know we hooked up after that.
Bigger of a head than he's already got now.
I know.
He got the job of a lifetime with social media.
Yeah.
I'm humbled.
He was the reason why this is it, and we connected that afternoon, I think, as he was even driving back to Indiana when you were still living there, and it's just kind of just gone from there. And he gets care packages in the mail once in a while that I think he appreciates, because one of the perks of being a golf professional is these companies come calling upon you to endorse their products, and in the last 2 years Callaway has done that. So it's I can't play 12 dozen golf balls in a year, so I need to spread the wealth, and so.
I can.
Yeah, you're in the desert. You need those balls. So.
I miss a fairway and I got to pull out a new golf ball, so yeah, I can totally relate to that. Well, I am just so pumped to have you here. This has been fantastic. I didn't realize that I was kind of the foundation for you getting on Twitter, and I will take full responsibility for that, by the way. So
I appreciate it. It's great. As my wife will say, you need to get off your phone, but I said, I got to get informed. I got to talk to these people. I can't. So
that is great. Well, you can tell her she can contact me the next time, but I only talk in 140 characters or less when it's
perfect.
like that.
That's what I tell anymore.
Now you work at Dick's Sporting Goods. I used to work, and you may not know this name, but Galleon's Sporting Goods.
Yep. Dick's Sporting Goods bought Galleon's. Yep.
Bingo, they sure did. And I still have like 3 shirts from them because it's like brings back memories. But I worked in the golf department. And tell me about your history there. What made you, want to get into retail, and kind of what your journey has been like going as a golf pro to a Dick's Sporting Goods.
I started in the golf. I worked at a golf course. I wanted to be a golf course superintendent. I wanted to be a course designer. I got a degree in horticulture, turf management in 1997, and was working at a golf course doing an internship, and the pro asked me if I could help on the inside, so I did, and started to help him give some lessons. And I really liked the inside aspect of helping people. And he goes, you got the knowledge and you got a degree in turf management, why don't you just do this part, and you could have an entire package for someday when you might have the opportunity to be a general manager. So, and of course it did happen eventually. And I worked at a couple country clubs as an assistant, just worked your way up the ranks, and then in 2004 got elected to the PGA membership class, passed all my classes and everything, and been a proud card-carrying member since 2004 with the PGA, and got my own country club in 2005 in a little town of Effingham, Illinois, and ran that for about 3.5, 4 years, and honestly got burnt out to where I didn't enjoy golf. And I didn't. If you're in golf for a reason, because you want to play golf, and I wasn't playing golf. I couldn't. And so I just kind of stepped away, and Dick's Sporting Goods was looking for a golf professional, and I thought, wow, just can stay in golf. And it was tough at first because you didn't have that 18 holes that you could walk out to when it was dead inside and get away for a little cart ride. But it's great.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I was so excited.
And I've got a little better, so.
That is awesome. Well, I still have memories of back then, and I think the best memory I have is just turning around and beating balls into the simulator. Do you guys have a simulator where you are?
Yeah, actually, let me turn this around here.
I was hoping
I'm in the hitting bay now. This is the hitting bay we use here. We don't have the big indoor simulator like some of the bigger stores do, but we have the Foursome launch monitor that we use. That is a very good device. And you hit a shot, it'll register on the screen there, and we can help fit you for the right driver. It'll show ball spin, club speed, driver speed, swing speed, launch angle, which is critical for finding people the right driver, which everybody wants the right driver. And this year is the year of the driver. There's 4 big, nice drivers out, and everybody wants them. And it's just helping find out that, honestly, right now, that the Big Bertha is beating the slider, and when people test it out. So this is where we test stuff out and hit. And yeah, it's nice to come back here on your days off or on your lunch break to hit some shots. And
I have a feeling that you're hitting balls even when you're getting paid. Don't say that.
You have all these demo clubs here, and you got to keep. It's the only way I can keep my swing going. I mean, these guys come in and haven't played golf for 5 months, and I can swing every day. I can hit 5 balls every day, and that's the best way you can keep your swing loose all year round. So.
No kidding.
Unless living in Arizona.
Moved to Arizona. Yeah, I was going to say you moved to Arizona and play all year round. Les, I have a feeling that you're a Dick's Sporting Goods fan.
Well, I bought my last set of clubs at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Were you fit for those clubs?
No.
All right.
How does the trade-in, trade-up event work?
We always allow trade-ins, and we use the PGA Trade-In Network Value Guide, which is just a basic guide that's out there floating around the world. And unfortunately, some people come in with clubs that probably have more value than the trading guide says, but we don't have luxury up in that price. But you can trade in up to 3 sets or 3 individual clubs per transaction towards something in golf. So we had a guy earlier today actually traded in his old set of irons. He had, unfortunately, only about $25 worth of value on it, but it paid for the tax when he was buying a $400 set of irons, and he was happy. So a lot of things this year we're doing an enhancement, which kind of confuses people. But if you buy towards the 2014 product lines new from Callaway, TaylorMade, Nike, Cobra, Adams, you're going to get a 50% enhancement on that value. So you got something that's got $100 in value, you're going to get $150 for it. So you can rack up some and stuff, and it works out real well. And you can use it towards anything in golf. You can't go buy a gun or ammo or tennis shoes, but you can buy golf balls, golf shirts, golf shoes, anything you want. So.
Wow, nice. That sounds good.
Jason, considering how you played last week, you should probably be trading your clubs in, right?
Man, he was talking about that 12 dozen golf balls. I was like, dude, I used that in 9 holes, man.
That's awesome.
That's why I was asking about the noodles.
So what golf ball do you play?
Yeah, a noodle. You think I'm kidding?
Oh, I did think you were kidding.
All
right,
Just
well,
like for my kids, they're supposed to be really good golf balls for the kids. That's why I actually buy them. So that's why I have noodles all over the place. And he's better than I am. So if they're good enough for him, they're good enough for me.
No, he's better than you.
So Dan,
And he's
what is
better
the
than
most
you.
popular golf ball?
You still see Titleist being the most popular sold golf ball. A lot of people come in, that's what they just hear. Christmas time, and you can put Pro V1s in shopping carts and people would buy them. It doesn't make a difference. But this year, as we've seen, the Callaway Super Soft is a $19.99 golf ball that is just nobody ever asked for it. It seems like, but every time I have to fill golf balls, I always fill that Super Soft golf ball. And as the rep, I told you guys earlier, the rep said it's the longest ball out there. It will not spin off an iron. So it's not good if you're trying to play it into a green. It's not going to spin back if you need it to. But, it keeps going. Outside that, people come in all the time. What ball should I play? I shoot this and I shoot that. And anybody can play any golf ball. It's just how much spin you want on the ball. But I would say this year, for the average golfer, the Super Soft, and we even still get people who buy the noodles and stuff like that. But the SR2 ball has done very well from Callaway. Titleist, it just speaks for itself. And people have a hard time, they've gone up to $47 a dozen now. It's hard to fork out for it. It's like $5 a golf ball. You hit there in the desert and you can't go get it. It's just like throwing $4 or $5 down. So we see a lot of value to different people, and people are buying the old Titleist Pro V1s up that are like $39 now, which is still, people continue to cringe. But Nike balls have done real well this year. Their RNZ ball has done real well, and the Srixon golf balls. I remember when the guy walked into my shop in 2006 and said, I work for Srixon. I said, what's Srixon? He goes, well, we're a golf ball company. We're going to make a difference. And I said, you're going to try to indent Titleist? And sure enough, 5 years later, 6 years later, they bought Cleveland. They own Cleveland now, and they're a big company out there in the golf world. So.
Well, I played 35 holes because I lost it on the 36th hole with the SR2, and it was on the tee on the 35th hole as if I just picked it up, like it was brand new. I played one hole with the Pro V1, and it's got cuts and scratches and nicks and dings in it, so if nothing else, and it doesn't spin as much as the Pro V1 for me, but that SR2 is just, the durability is absurd how good it is.
Yeah, it's really good, and they've worked on the cover because people always complain, the old Bellatas, and even the Pro V1s, yeah, they have spin, but some guys couldn't get around to it because it did cut the cover. And Callaway, even their HX black ball from last year, I don't think it cut as much. And this ball, I've only played a couple times with it, but it doesn't, like you said, you can attest to it. It doesn't make a mark on the golf ball. It looks brand new. Even after hitting 16 wedges with it, it still looks brand new with it.
Yeah. So let's walk through your golf bag. Driver to putter. What's in there? Talking about golf balls.
Being on Callaway's staff.
Show us?
Yeah, we're just going to show you.
Awesome.
I'm on staff with Callaway. I should buy my bag in, but this year I'm playing. If I can find it here. Where'd you go?
It's kind of cool to like see you in your element, like to look around and see.
I'm playing the Callaway Big Bertha, the Alpha driver. This is the one that retails for $499. It has the gravity core center that can change the ball launch angle. Callaway released 3 clubs this year: the X-Hot 2, the Callaway Big Bertha, and then the Alpha. The Alpha is you can adjust your swing weight or your angle of the loft right here. You can go up and down to 2 degrees, from 9 degrees up down. And you can also open and close the face. But the gravity core is a big thing here, that if you want to lower your ball launch angle or increase it, this core is weighted at each end. You can change it out and switch it out. Kind of like what the TaylorMade slider does with theirs. This is sliding weight up and down. Callaway on their Big Bertha has it on the side. They have the patent on that. That's why TaylorMade can't have theirs on the side. So you can slide that weight back and forth to help you draw or fade the ball. So I play the Alpha.
I just want to hit it straight. That's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, well then that's it. Yeah, like people think they come in, they want to buy these drivers and it's going to cure their slice or their hook, and it's not. I mean, it can help you, but it's not ultimately. This is the driver that I play. It's a smaller head, the 440 head. It felt really good. I had always played ping drivers before, and I really thought it would be hard to find a different club than ping in the wood market, but this Callaway the last 3 years has done pretty well. So that's the Alpha that I play. I play the Apex Forged irons, which we do not have in stock here because we have last year's model, but it's a forged blade iron. It's not a true blade. A true blade is like they don't really make too many of those anymore. There's a few out there, but I play the driver and 5 wood in the Bertha, the Apex Forged irons. the 3 wedges from Callaway, and then I play their new X-Metal milled putter, which is like a Scotty Cameron version of a putter. Just by
Let me
Callaway's
guess, it's
version.
not a belly putter though, right?
Not a belly putter. We don't
No.
even have any more belly putters left.
Dan doesn't cheat, Jason. Dan doesn't cheat. Dan, if you didn't know the history with Jason and I, well, Jason cheats, and I don't approve of it. So you talked a little bit about Twitter. What other networks are you utilizing? How are you utilizing them, and how has that helped you grow your business as a golf pro at Dick's Sporting Goods?
You obviously that day you were also speaking. You spoke on all the levels of it, and obviously everybody's involved with Facebook. And anymore it's just people go there and talk about their life and what they did, and it's kind of boring and stuff like that because you can see lots of pictures that are whatever. But Twitter, you can just narrow it down, and you get involved with Instagram, and I will shoot out pictures on Instagram of clubs that come in, or I'll use Foursquare. I checked in here, and the more and more in a bigger world. When I lived in Peoria, Illinois, that's where I came from before I came here. There weren't people that knew Twitter, they knew of Facebook, but Foursquare was kind of like a foreign word to them. You get down here in St. Louis, you got some more people. You can see the people who check in now more at the store when they come in, which is kind of cool. And I'm sure in other areas like where you guys live, it's going to be even bigger. And I'll check in here every day at Dick's Sporting Goods that I work, and I'll even try to put up what's the special is or something like that. And it's funny that even Dick's Sporting Goods, the company that's on Twitter, will respond back and comment. They don't even know that I work here. I don't think that I'm showing this stuff, but I'm employed with their company, and I'm trying to promote this stuff. So,
are you the mayor of your location?
I am the mayor. I haven't got the out
Good
yet.
man. Good man. That's awesome. Well, Les is the mayor of his. You painted your wall there, by the way, Les. Real quick, talk about your remodeling.
I went to North Carolina, and when I came back, it was painted.
Oh, so
You didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
They still have that. They still have that Cowboys banner back there, and luckily the Cowboys did not draft Johnny Manziel.
I don't know
Yeah,
what that means.
yeah.
Let's get back to golf. Last question.
Well, I'm just wondering. I noticed on your website that you carry a small array of handheld GPS golf devices, and I just wondered which one you recommended.
I always like the range finders, the ones you can point and shoot. I use that. You can use that when you teach with people, and a lot of the kids I help are in college and high school, and they can use that. But the GPS devices, I would recommend the Garmin line. They're kind of the leader of the GPS world, and the watches are a big thing anymore to people. And I don't wear a watch when I play golf, so I wouldn't want to wear it. But a lot of people do wear a watch, and they like that, and it's right there, and there's no extra fees with the Garmin. It's all preloaded. I like the Garmin handheld G6. It was kind of it could fit in your pocket. It came with a belt clip, but you can touch any part of the hole, and it'll tell you what you are to that point. And they have a new one out, the G8. We haven't got it in yet at the store. I've read a little bit about it, but it seems to be just a little bit more enhanced with the screen and stuff like that. So we carry the Garmin, we carry Sky Caddy, we carry Golf Buddy here. And the Golf Buddy and the Garmin have no extra fees. The Sky Caddy still has some fees attached to it. So the Garmin is our biggest
app
seller.
on my phone. I mean, the app on my phone seems to be almost, if not as close to, like, I've played with guys that have the rangefinders that are measuring it with a laser, and it's like it's the same thing. I mean,
yeah.
What do you use? Because I use SkyDroid.
I just have a Bushnell rangefinder that I've had since when I had an account with Bushnell at the course I used to work at. And I've always kept it, but I have the app on my phone too, and I use it sometimes, but it drains that battery so fast. And a couple times when I was playing a course that there was no signal, and then all of a sudden you have no juice left, so it's kind of hard.
Well, what's funny is I've started tracking my rounds on a Twitter account, which you are aware of, and I appreciate your engagement in that as I get the ball rolling with that, no pun intended. But I carry a backup battery because you're right, the rangefinder, I mean, I can't play 9 holes without needing to recharge.
No, it's tough. So.
We got a question coming in from Earl Schmidt. He wanted to know what happened to the TaylorMade lethal balls. The Huntington Beach location doesn't carry them. Do you know anything about that?
We have lethal here in the store, so if he wants to have the Huntington Beach store call me, I can gladly send them some. But
there you go.
The lethal ball is right.
Yeah, walk over to it. I love this. This is like, scratch
right there
only.
It's down to $34.99, which is still, but it's their new ball is the Penta that replaced it, and actually their new ball for this year that replaced the lethal is now going to be the TaylorMade Tour Preferred X ball.
Okay, how much
that's their
can this
Pro V
golf
version.
ball technology change? I mean, I'm sick of seeing TaylorMade every 2 weeks releasing a new driver. I mean, can the technology really change that much, or are they just using this as a marketing ploy to increase revenue?
I would say it's a marketing ploy. Titleist hasn't changed their Pro V1 in 3.5 years.
Yeah, and it's still the best ball. I mean,
Yeah.
the
And
SR2
everybody's
is
been
close, but
yeah, and SR2 they've been catching up. You know, people tend to forget in 2011, Titleist had to pay Callaway thousands or millions of dollars in royalties because they stole patents to make the Pro V1 that actually came from the Callaway golf ball at the time. That's why they really attained the price increase in the Titleist was because they're paying Callaway all these royalties. But they haven't changed that Pro V1. The Pro V1X has changed a little bit over time, the packaging says, but if you have the Pro V1 golf ball box and you read it in the past 5 years, it's word for word the same thing.
yeah.
It hasn't changed. And everybody else is trying to change to catch up, and Callaway is doing that. And so is Nike. And the SR2 ball is done very well, and then the Nike RZN ball.
What does that
their
stand
first
for?
real,
Does it stand for anything? RZN?
well, they have 4
Stands for
versions of it.
Tiger's out for another month.
Oh,
But they
yeah,
have
'cause
one
that
heck of
doesn't
a
make sense.
guarantee on it. If you go out and play it, performance guaranteed, they'll buy you a new dozen golf balls if you don't like it. That's Nike. So they're standing behind
about-
this ball.
Huh.
Right there's their guarantee. They put. We have to display it right there. And if you bring 2 sleeves back, they'll give you a new dozen of anything you want.
Wow.
Wow.
There you go, Ricky. If you lose some, just
No
go tell
kidding,
him you
I know
don't
what I'm
like
doing.
it.
Yeah,
this
just go to your
weekend.
Dixon, Arizona, and tell me you lost some.
Yeah. Oh, darn, I lost 11 balls, and I didn't like the 12th one. Can I get a new dozen?
All right,
Put
Dan.
one, please.
So I got a question while you're walking around the store. Junior equipment. What do you carry?
We don't have I would say the greatest selection of junior clubs in the store. We Dick's Sporting Goods, as you know, we tend to buy things a lot. We bought Golf Galaxy in 2009. We bought Max Fly. We bought Slazenger. We just bought Top Flight a year and a half ago from Callaway. So we carry, and right there it is, all the Top Flight is our junior sets. Now we have Callaway junior sets on our website. We're going to have a Nike set on our website. But mainly in the store, we just have Top Flight. And we have it for ages 2 to 5. We go to 5 to 8, a 9 to 12, junior high, almost into high school. And if you're at this set, you might as well just go to a men's set because it's about a half-inch difference in length.
Yeah.
And some individual clubs. And it's not the greatest selection, but most people you hear about U.S. kids golf, that was a big thing in golf years ago, and you find that a lot of golf courses. And but that stuff works for these kids. It really does. That's what we have here. So
Awesome. So tell me a story about the craziest thing you've seen while working at Dick's Sporting Goods.
well,
First thing that
moving to
comes to
St.
mind.
Louis, when we had 3 girls try to do it today, is the amount of people who try to take stuff when they're here.
What?
And oh yeah, we had 3 girls. We've had 5 people arrested in the last 6 weeks of taking stuff. It's interesting to steal people who try to steal things.
What?
And they come in with big purses and they go to the fitting rooms and we know it. And one group of guys was arrested down a block away the Saturday before Easter at gunpoint because they had other stuff going on besides where they were trying to steal tennis shoes. But I would say one of the weirdest things I've seen in a hitting bay is people that just can't hit stuff.
That's not what I thought you were going to
You
say,
can see
so thank
that
you for
mark right
keeping it
there.
family friendly.
That mark right there, an idiot mark somebody put on that demo driver from Callaway. You get people back here who think they're top dog. They want to try to hit it as far as they can on that monitor.
How do you
They
even
miss it.
hit the ball there?
That's just a miss. That's a complete miss. And most people get it right there because they miss it right there on the bottom of the club.
Wow, that is
So,
bad.
So, Ricky, you been out there in St. Louis hitting golf balls or what?
I don't miss that bad. Jeez. Les, you got any more questions for Dan? He's probably getting tired walking around doing laps there in the store.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was getting tired. He'd come back and sit down there, didn't he? How does the pricing work between online shopping and shopping in the store?
For the last few years, they've gotten a little more lenient. People come in all the time and they have, well, so and so has it for so much money. Sports Authority sells it for this. or these Johnny Macs down here sells it for that, and or online. There's so many golf online stores now. Every country club could have an online shop. And so I had a guy one day earlier this year. He's like, well, so and so's country club online selling it now. They tell me as long as we can look it up, call the course, call anywhere, as confirm the price, they'll honor the price. Even
I was primarily interested in the price difference between your online store at Dick's and your actual retail outlets.
It should be the same. No, there's going to be different prices on there. I know that some of the stuff that goes to clearance in the store first necessarily is not going to be clearance online, and that causes some problems. Not necessarily in golf. Sometimes in golf it does, because they'll put shoes on clearance in the store where they won't do it online, and so we have to call. We can call a number that they can get that price fluctuated. And if you come into our store and you go, hey, your website's selling this, and there was a case right now, there's a $20 off coupon online that will take stuff down that we're not doing in the store. Now, there's a lot of fine print that people don't want to read there, but they're going to, anymore, they'll, did you work on North Face jackets? Well, no, it's not going to work on North Face jackets, because North Face doesn't want to do that. But anymore, we want to make the customer as happy as they can. It's all so much customer focus driven here that when you walk in the store, we want you to walk out, we want you to come back 10 times in a row with 10 of your friends and spend as much money as you can. So we're here to make you happy. We have to be reasonable about some things. I get guys coming in all the time. They want to barter with me. And I said, guys, this isn't like my own shop. I can't do that. I can work with you the best way I can. It makes you think, you guys go to Walmart and barter for your milk and stuff all the time too. I don't know.
You haven't seen me shop.
Yeah, I've heard
we'll
Ricky's kind of cheap.
So.
Les, I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. There's a
frugal. Is that the word for it today?
Yes. Huh? Frugal. Jason, any final questions from you?
No, I'm good.
Hey, Dan,
I love Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm a customer. I am a fan. I buy a lot of my shoes there and clothes when I can. So disappointed in the junior golf selection, but that's typical for a big box retailer when it comes to junior golf stuff. So
it's not like it's Dan's fault. It's not like Dan's like, no junior equipment.
That's why Shop Junior Golf got started.
Ooh. Yeah. See? Awesome. Dan, this has just been, I feel like we could talk all day about this because of the different stories. I loved the fact that you were walking around the store showing us stuff. Out of all of the equipment on the floor right now, whether it's apparel or clubs or golf balls or whatever, what's your next purchase? What's the next thing you're going to buy as a golfer?
Well, I'm pretty set on stuff from Callaway club-wise, but I'll probably get a pair of shoes, and I'm looking at the spikeless shoes are taking off now, and that's pretty much what everybody's going to, which has been hard for a lot of people to come in looking for, they want spikes, and 75% of our shoes now are spikeless. We've got a few FootJoys that come with spikes still, but most of them are spikeless. But there's some good shoes by Adidas that are spikeless that I'm looking at. Puma
if you wear True Links wear shoes, you win the par 3 challenge at the Masters tournament.
Well, there we go. I got
But you also don't win the Masters because that's never happened. So, you got to weigh your options.
But for me, it'll be probably a pair of golf shoes or some shirts. I really haven't got any kind of apparel program. So Callaway doesn't do apparel anymore, so they branched away from that. So
Ooh,
I think they have.
Why? I don't know if I knew that. Why did they?
They make clothes, but I think it's through Perry Ellis, and I think that it's a separate thing now because. Like on the VIP thing that we have, they used to have apparel on there. They haven't had anything for a couple of years now, so I don't know what's going on there. Because that's what the best way with that little discount we have on that program, that you can get some clothes pretty cheap on there, which is nice. But that may change. We'll find out eventually. So for me, if I work in golf, I don't like people getting me stuff in golf because I'm around it all day long. But shirts and shoes and stuff like that's one thing.
I should have a selfless plug here for Sligo Wear, the official golf apparel company of the Google Plus golf community, but I won't do that. Did you see? That's not Sligo though. That's a totally different sponsor. That's the Friday Foursome sponsor. Get them straight. I actually will be wearing Sligo this weekend. I'm playing tomorrow and Sunday, so I'll have some pictures of I don't know what I'm going to wear. I've got so many options. They sent me a whole bunch of shirts and pants, and I ordered a ton of stuff. So I think I don't know if it's the white belt or the teal belt that I like the best, but I'm going to wear some of that this weekend. So
belt's still about fashion anymore.
I got a white belt on right now. I'm not even wearing. I mean, I got white in my shirt, I guess, but I don't know. The white belt thing is definitely a golfer thing.
Is that the 80s retrofit or look that you're going for?
I had to look, but I actually have a white belt on right now.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Okay, my favorite time. We're out of time, but I'm gonna push this, across the finish line because my favorite part of the Friday Foursome is becoming the back nine. So, I don't know if you've prepared for this in any way possible. And I got a couple of questions in here that are, well, no, they're not different than normal. So I should mix them up. Les, make me mix them up next week.
All right.
Are you
Mix
ready?
them up next week.
Gee, thanks for the reminder. Are you ready for the back nine?
Yes.
Awesome. Here we go. What is your favorite sport other than golf?
I like watching football.
What is your handicap?
If I could officially keep one, I think, based on what I shot last year, I'd be right at 0.
Holy cow, you're good. You're playing from the back tees when you come out here and play with me. Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi.
Have you ever had an ace?
I have not. Close. Never happened.
Close. What is your favorite PGA Tour major?
I think I like them. I like Augusta because you can relate to it. Most people can, and I've been there one time, so to see it in person, it's always fun to watch that one. So.
Ooh, that's awesome. Favorite golfer, and it does not have to be PGA Tour.
I grew up. Tiger and I are the same age. I grew up watching him, so I like Tiger, and I got to play 3 holes with him that one day back in February.
I know. Let's keep talking about it. How awesome that is.
Yeah.
Do you have his number?
Pretty couples outside that probably. So.
No, Tiger. Let's stay. Well, Tiger probably your friends though. So if you have Tiger's number, DM that to me later. I just want to shoot him a text, make sure he's feeling okay.
Yeah.
Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Ooh, how do you like it cooked? That's not the next question, but I'm curious because people always say chicken.
I'll do a medium. Good steak at a restaurant, medium.
All right, and will Tiger break Jack's record? Be very careful how you answer this, but I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
I think he can break it. He's just got to get himself. He's got to get healthy. But he's been close. He should have done it this year. He got his chance to play 2 majors this year. I think he can get them, but I think he can if he stays healthy.
Awesome. And final question: what is next for Dan Attaway?
I'm enjoying life here. I'm playing golf more than I ever did. I want to teach more. I want to strive to get out there and be more of a teacher. My wife always asks, well, what if you didn't do this, what would you do? I said, I'd either try to open up a range if it was, in the right area and run a practice facility and just teach all day long. I just enjoy that the most. So hopefully just
awesome.
teaching more. So.
Well, because of how big you are on Twitter, go ahead and give a shout-out for your Twitter handle so people can follow you, and I'll make sure that this has been shared on Twitter as well. It'll get shared in the community, but I want to make sure people are connecting with you on Twitter as well.
Yeah, my Twitter handle is @PJPro1. Remember, that's one of the questions you asked me in my interview we did that one time for your site. How did you get PJ Pro 1? I said, I don't know, it was just one that was available, which was kind of odd. I usually do 97 because that's when I got into golf, but I just wrote down 1 that day when I signed up and got it. So, yeah, @PJPro1 is the handle, and I'll cover stuff from Dick's Sporting Goods to the social media world to sports to anything. I enjoy covering and talking about everything.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this. Les, go back and enjoy your coffee that your wife brought you. It's probably cold by now. Jason, get back to work. I don't know who the guest is next week. Normally I have the guest lined up for next week, but we have a guest lined up. I just don't know who it is. I don't remember. Jason, do you know?
I didn't look today.
Les probably did.
What was the question? I was looking for...
Thanks for paying attention.
Well, I was looking for Dan's Twitter handle.
Well, good excuse. I'll allow that. Well, I don't know who we have next week, but it'll be somebody fun, I am sure. Dan, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I enjoyed it.
Martinez says, make more birdies.
Make more